Okay, so I didn't even introduce myself again. My name is Kendra, and my dining room table, excuse the folded laundry, and you can probably hear the dryer right now. I have this set here so the boys will take it to their bathroom and their bedrooms. One's got a work shirt here, and then their towels. So anyway, oh, that leads me to a question. My daughter and I were having a discussion, and I've had this discussion with good friends before regarding towels and washing them. So, when I was probably 15 or 16, I read in one of my teen magazines. I got a subscription and they came once a month, and that was my end all and be all for advice. So, it said in that magazine, so this would have been in the 70s, it said, do not use a used towel, even if it's your own, because after you shower or wash your face or whatever, you slough off skin cells. Yeah, skin cells when you dry off. And who wants that? Again on your body after reuse. And so I don't know if my mom already washed the towels each time, but we never hung up. The point is, we never hung up used towels. And that has been my belief I'm 61, my entire adult life. I have never dried off with a used towel that I know of. So I'm wondering how many people do that, or how many people, because when my daughter was here, she was saying something about, well, the kids have to pick up their bath towel and hang it up to dry. And I said, what? And she goes, yeah, we all have our own towels. We all do our own laundry at her house. And we all, that's how it works. And I said, Donna, you can't reuse towels. That's gross. I'm going to get hate for this. I just know it. Because one of my local friends, Charity, told me years and years ago that I wasn't a good steward of the home. I think that was what the way she put it. And I was like, oh no. Like I was wasting energy, funds. I don't know. But anyway, I to this day will not use, okay, finally, end this loop. That's why these towels are here. Because when they shower in this house, they throw the towel in the laundry and I do them. That means I'll have a load of towels every day. I don't mind. Anywho, okay, so back to this. My name is Kendra. This is my channel, Kendra Full of Joy and full of towels and laundry. I got up at 5 a.m. this morning, went out and planted some rosemary that I had growing in the window here that looked like it needed to be planted or go. And so I'm hoping that it'll last for years and years, because I've had that work before. Even in the winter, like in November, in this area we have kind of mild winters. A lot of years I can reuse that rosemary, just keep cutting it, through the season, the autumn and early winter. And then it comes back big and beautiful in the spring and grows double in size each year until it gets root bound and I start over. So, I have been up, I've been digging in the laundry, been digging in the garden, and it gave me the thought, well, I ought to go ahead and make breakfast. So, I'm making, I took a bag of these mini golden potatoes and I'm quartering them. And just, they look like this, and I'm quartering them. And then I'm going to hit them with some olive oil, which is my preferred oil, and some, I'll use about half of this. It's that, onion soup mix, and because it's kind of salty and I don't want it to be too strong. So just about half, and then I'll roll it shut and put a clip on it, stick it back in there with my sauces and my spices and whatnot. And then I'll just roast them in this pan. My mom gave me this pan. It was, my grandmother and she used to go to the casino 3-4 times a week. And they were treated well there for the money that they spent. Anyway, things they got were like rooms, overnight. Of course they want you to stay overnight in the casino if you're going to drop more money. They got meal comp, they got pans. I have a lot of dishware and pans in my house because of their, they lived together, and so they would each get a set of pans, and my mom would just give me hers. So anyway, this came from that. This is one of those. And my grandmother was so excited. She was telling me she had watched this pan on an infomercial. At the time, she must have been 101, 102. And she was impressed. You have got to try this, she told me. It's going to be the best thing you ever had. Well, it's okay. She passed away last year. Well, no, it was this year. It hasn't been a year yet. She would have had her 104th birthday in August. But anyway, she was going to the casino right up to about 102 regular. And so, and then she spent her last days in assisted living because, she declined cognitively and physically. So she got to be where she didn't know where she was or who the people in her family were, and she was looking to get out, and she was like, they found her next door in my father's shoes, that kind of thing, so they needed her to be in a safer environment, so she went to an assisted living facility here in town where she eventually passed away. So anyway, long story short, this is the breakfast. I'm a chatter today. Oh, let me show you this too. I'm doing pinwheels. Okay, so I've got a Jimmy Dean's sausage roll here that I'm trying to soften up. I got it out of the freezer. I don't use them fast enough to keep, well, sometimes I do, but this time of year I don't. In the winter I tend to do way more big breakfasts, So as this softens, I'll get it all nicely fried, and I'll take a paper towel and I'll drain out most of the grease out of this. And then I will stick, you don't have to soften it because it's going to soften. Just don't put it in there while it's still screaming hot, or it'll just turn to liquid. But it'll, warm so that it melts this, and it will right away. It's 8 ounces of cream cheese. I'll mix that together. In a baking pan, I will lay down 1 crescent sheet. It's not crescent rolls, it's the sheet. I'll put this with the cream cheese across all of it, except for one edge. And then I'll roll it up like cinnamon rolls. And so I'll bake them, I'll cut them, and I'll bake them. And so they'll have that and the fried potatoes, and I have some melon in the fridge. And if anybody would like to have melon and breakfast, they can. And if not, it'll be here for lunch. Trust me. And because I'm not coming back in here for a while until after the college games are over. I love football. So anyway, if you like something you see, I hope you consider staying and maybe even subscribing. And leave a comment. What's your deal about your kitchen towels? And not your kitchen, I'm so sorry. My kitchen towels hang. Unless they get messy, and then I do wash them, of course. What's your deal about bathroom towels? What's your take on this whole controversy? Oh, that reminds me, because it's Labor Day weekend, Miss Patience, who I have sometimes here, my granddaughter, and her mama are in eastern Washington, where it is very hot, and they're on a lake, and there's pictures of Miss Patience on a speedboat. She's wearing a life jacket. I still don't like it. I'm such a worrywart. Anyway, I wish I could share pictures. She looks like she is having the time of her life. I'll be back. Well, here are my potatoes. I'll cut up and put on the special handy dandy pan here. So what was I going to say? Oh, instead of using the Lipton onion soup mix, I decided to go ahead and just use salt, pepper, and dehydrated onions. Just they're, within all over. I mixed it all together with that olive oil. And I'm going to bake them at 425. It's only up to 265 right now, but it'll climb up. And then I put the cream cheese bits in the degreased sausage. I'll get that all melted together. I'll lay out my crescent roll sheet. I used a non-stick foil. You know what? I could turn some more lights on. Hold on. There we go. Let there be light. So I used non-stick foil. I ate a piece of that sausage that was burned, and I thought, well, I don't want to serve that, So anyway, it's got it kind of stuck in my craw here. So I'm gonna melt this together. It's not hot anymore, but it's good and warm, so it'll melt together. I'll lay this out. I'll put it on, roll it up, cut it into crescents. Here's what it looks like after you get the cream cheese melted into the sausage. And of course, like I said, I drained off that grease with paper towels. And here is what the crescent roll looks like, the crescent roll sheet when it's rolled out. And I'm going to roll it up after I put this on it. Hopefully it'll work. I shouldn't have gotten this dough out as quickly as I did. You can see that I've been in the garden. That's too bad. Anyway, there they are, all rolled up. I'll start slicing and putting them on the pan. I hope I don't need a bigger pan. Anyway, I got to work past this because this dough is really soft. Here they are sliced, and they are not pretty, but you know what? They're going to be tasty. Don't do what I did and get your dough out while you cook the sausage and you make the taters and everything. Do it last minute so it holds its shape better. I'm going to show you just the same because they're going to taste just as good. They're just not going to be as pretty. The oven is on 425. I'm going to give them 30 minutes, so I'm going to put this in the fridge to cool down until then. Look at the rain. I mean, everything is wet out here. You know what I didn't do? And it's time. Put away the fabric chairs. So, you know, the seats. I'm going to wait until they're completely dried out. And then I think I need to investigate getting new ones, because these are about 4 years old, the pads. It's expensive to buy new pads, though. And who has wanted to go in the store lately, right? Anywho. This is out my laundry room door. You've seen me at this table before. Yeah, I put those out there. Pretty, huh? Oh, here, look. Those stupid tomatoes. I don't know if you can see. Can you see the blueberries? That's my blueberry bush. And then there's another blueberry bush. And next to it is what's supposed to be another blueberry bush. It has never produced anything. Nothing. Oh. And something came by and bit the blossoms off my cucumbers. Rats. I know, rabbits, I'm sure. I've got a bunch of little tiny tomatoes over there. You know, like cherry tomatoes, only smaller. I think they call them sweet 100s. I wanted to show you what I picked out of the garden yesterday. What's going on with these bell peppers? It says on the tag bell peppers. They look like bell peppers, like from here, but then they continued on, so they're long. And then I have a bush full of these, and my son said I should wait. He said they're not big enough, but I picked one. This is a jalapeno, and then here is a poblano. I think I have two. I need to go out and look that needed picking, or maybe one of the kids ate one. Anyway, I like to use those in a lot of things, like my you know, Hispanic type cooking, whatever. Especially like if I'm making pico de gallo, poblano is good in those, and so are jalapeno. Let's see what else. What isn't good in it is serrano. They gave me those at the grocery pickup one time, and I was like, no, that's not the same. I'm waiting on potatoes to cook to finish getting soft and maybe some color on them. And then I'll put in those crescent sausage breakfast rolls. But anyway, I wanted to say that, well, here I am with another load of laundry, yay. But anyway, I wanted to say that I forgot to say, when I was talking to my daughter, and her daughter was sitting there, and Patience is 8, and I was saying, ew, you use towels, no, and this is why. My daughter looked at me and she said, yeah, we did, but she won't now. So sometimes my mouth just shoots off, you know, and I shouldn't have said that in front of her. She watches my videos, but because she's a little girl, she doesn't have the ability to, you know, comment. So if you all wanted to comment, she would see that in the comments. I think, do they let the children see do they let the children see comments? They might not. That might be blank to them as well. But anyway, I always say hello to her. Hi, Patience. Do what your mother tells you to do with towels. Don't listen to Grandma. Okay, they're done. So the potatoes are nice and crispy, and I can taste the onion, pepper, and salt. And I chose to have cantaloupe. I've got cantaloupe and watermelon in the fridge all cut up, but I want cantaloupe. And so here's what the rolls turned out looking like. So they're nice and golden on the brown on the bottom, and then there's inside cream cheese and sausage. One of my boys came in here and said, oh, I don't really like my cream cheese cooked. And I said, more for me. That's all. I'm going to go ahead and close out. I already ate up all my melon, and now I'm going to get started on this. I opened it so it would cool some. It's delicious. If you like recipes, cooking, organizing, decorating, day in the life, that kind of thing, I hope you'll consider giving me a thumbs up, and comment for sure on that whole towel thing. What's your take on these towels being washed daily or not? Have a great Saturday. Bye bye.